You can't imagine what it was like to think that you were going to lose your home. I'm Jay Turner, and I'm a lifelong resident of Boone County. 2001, early January, I'm out feeding my cattle on a tractor, pulling the feed wagon along feeding, and my wife drives up rather quickly in our car beside me and hollers, "The house is on fire." So I ran to the shop, grabbed a fire extinguisher, and headed to the house. Opened the door and was met by a solid wall of black smoke. Closed the door and walked around the house and looked in a bedroom window, and it looked like a blast furnace inside. And I thought to myself, this house is gone.
My name's Darren Day. I have been on the Boone County Fire Protection District as a volunteer since 1999. In January of 2001, I was living at Station 5 as a resident there. On a Sunday morning, we got dispatched to Mr. Turner's house fire. We got dispatched to a residential structure fire, and the dispatcher told us that the caller stated they had a house fire and they didn't think anybody could get there in time to do anything. So they told us that the caller was just going to go feed his cows rather than watch his house burn down. And to me, that kind of painted the picture of somebody who had lost hope that we'd be able to get there and be able to do anything in time. I was in engine 501, and on my way in, I could see smoke. Pulled into the driveway, laid in a line like we did when we knew we had a working structure fire, and very quickly got up the driveway. Anthony was there in his gear, ready to start making a fire attack. And so very quickly we deployed a hose line, got everything ready to receive water, and very quickly got the hose up to the house, flaked it out, and were able to start knocking down the fire.
When I got through feeding and went back up, they had knocked the inside of that fire down. It blew out a window and went up the side of the house, and it came within, they tell me, maybe a minute of heating up to the point where it would have been no return. I'd lost it. The work, the preparation, and the dedication that those volunteers did save my house and make my life comfortable. Why they are there, it's just amazing. They're not paid, and they do it because that's what they love to do and want to help their community. I would have expected that as soon as the fire was put out, their hoses would be rolled up and they'd leave. A volunteer came to me and told me he knew where our house was, and he helped get my wife and I in that house that we rented for a few months while we were rebuilding.
Later in the call, when I got to understand a little bit more of what happens after the call, and after talking with Anthony, he told me that the house that was vacant next to him was made available to Mr. Turner to live there while his house was being remodeled.
So I've seen it from the beginning to where it is today. And I would tell you that I have always appreciated the fire district, but never so much as I have after seeing it in action and taking care of me. Make me so proud of the work that the fire district does. I recall floating the idea to the chief of this being a spot for a future fire station, and actually had my fingers crossed and was so excited, hoping that it would happen. Was afraid there might be another spot, and so it came here. And I'm so happy to be able to repay somewhat what happened to us when our fire happened. Every day, I can look across our farm and see the fire station from the back. And it's a thrill. It's couldn't be prouder. Defies explanation of how I can be so excited, and my whole family is, to be able to look across the valley and see it.
My name is Eric Thiessen. I've been with the Boone County Fire Protection District for 5 years. I'm currently the station manager, Station 16. On behalf of the Boone County Fire Protection District, I'd like to thank Jay Turner and the family for a donation of the land, and the citizens of Boone County for passing the 2014 bond issue that made the building of Station 16 on Route HH possible.